We shall now study how to draw the structural formulas for alkene. The general formula is CnH2n. We will begin with the first member where the value of N is 2 and we get the first member, that is C2H4. The name is ethene. Now to draw the structural formula, we will first draw the carbon skeleton. This is the carbon skeleton, but we know that there has to be a double bond between at least two carbon atoms. Since there are only two carbon atoms, the double bond will be present between them. Now, this carbon we will start from. Let us see if all the valencies are satisfied. So this carbon will form one bond with one hydrogen on this side. It will share one electron with the hydrogen here. It will share one electron with another hydrogen on this side, and the remaining two electrons it will share with this carbon. Same way, this carbon will share two electrons here, and hence there will be two pairs of electrons which will be indicated by a double bond. Two electrons which are left with this carbon, it will share one each with two hydrogen. So this is how all the four valencies of carbon will be satisfied. Now we will show the hydrogen. So you have this carbon here. It is forming one bond, single bond with this hydrogen, single bond with this hydrogen. This carbon is also forming single bond with the two hydrogen. So let us count if this carbon has 8 electrons in all. So double bond indicates two pairs of electrons or 4 electrons. 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. One line means two electrons or one pair of electrons. So 2, 3 and 4, and 4 from here because here it is a double bond. Same with this carbon will also get 4 electrons from here, plus 2 from here, that is 6, and 2 from here, that is 8. So now we find that the tetravalency of each carbon is satisfied. All valencies are satisfied. This is just the same structure as the previous one. The name of the compound is ethene. We have studied how to name the compound. Eth, that is the root word we will use. This root word is obtained from the parent alkane, that is ethane, but the suffix will change and it will become ene, E-N-E. Instead of A-N-E, we will use the suffix E-N-E, which will determine the type of bond, that is double bond. We can even write the formula this way: CH2 double bond CH2. How do we get this? From here, C to this carbon, two hydrogen are attached, so we write it as a complete entity, that is CH2. This is double bond here, and again we have a CH2 group here, so CH2. So this is how we can write down the structural formula for ethene. One more example, value of N is equal to 3. The next member is C3H6. The name of the compound is propene. Again, there are 3 carbon atoms. Show all the 3 in one straight line with single bonds. We have to show a double bond between 2 carbon atoms. For example, you show it between these 2 carbon atoms. Now, we have numbered the carbon atoms in this way, that is 1, 2 and 3. Here we learn one more rule for IUPAC. IUPAC stands for the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, and it is the latest and widely accepted system for giving scientific names to organic compounds. So simultaneously we are learning the IUPAC rules also. We have already learned about root and suffix. This is another rule rule in IUPAC. So here we have given numbers to the carbon atoms, and we have numbered it in this way that the carbon atoms between which the double bond is present should get the smallest numbers. So if I would have numbered from this side 1, 2 and 3, the double bond would have been between carbon atoms 2 and 3, which wouldn't have been the smallest numbers. So if I start numbering it from this side, I get the double bond between carbon atom number 1 and 2. Out of these also we have to select the smaller number. Out of 1 and 2, the smaller number is 1. So I will select 1. We will see how to name it. Now we will show the hydrogen atoms. So we have shown a double bond here between these two carbon atoms. So this carbon already has 4 electrons from here. So it needs another 4. So it will make a single bond with one hydrogen on this side and a single bond with one more hydrogen on this side. So for this carbon, the octet is established. 2, 4 and 4 from here, that is 8. Then we move on to the next carbon. It is forming a double bond on this side and a single bond on this side with this carbon. So this carbon here has got 4 electrons from here plus 2 from here, that is 6. It needs only 2. So it will form only one single bond with hydrogen. So here you will show only one hydrogen. Coming to the next carbon, it is forming only one bond here. So it is having only 2 electrons. Still 3 valencies are free. So to satisfy the valencies, it will form single bond with 3 hydrogen atoms. So now we find that all the valencies of all the 3 carbon atoms have been satisfied. Total there were 6 hydrogen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you will not randomly attach hydrogen to any carbon. You will count the number of electrons with each carbon, and then those how many are required by each carbon, you will substitute the hydrogens. So this is the structure for propene. Now the double bond was present between carbon atom 1 and 2. Out of the numbers 1 and 2, the smaller number you have to select, that is 1. The name of this compound will be 1-propene. But generally 1 we do not write, and hence the name will be simply propene. Another option is draw all 3 carbon atoms in one straight line. Now instead of showing a double bond between these 2 carbon atoms as in the previous case, we will now show it between these 2 carbon atoms. So the numbering will change. Now your carbon atom number 1 will be this, 2 and 3. So that the carbon atoms between which the double bond is present should get the smallest number. So 1 and 2 are the carbon atoms between which the double bond is present, and out of these 2 numbers you have to select the smaller number, that is 1. Again we will see this carbon is already forming a double bond with this carbon, so it already has 4 electrons. It needs only 2, another 4. It needs another 4. So it will form single bond with one hydrogen on this side and one on this side. So 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then we will go to this carbon. This carbon is forming double bond here. So it already has 4 on this side. It is forming a single bond here with this carbon. So it has got 2 more. So 2 plus 4, that is 6. It needs only 2. So it will form only one bond here with this hydrogen. Coming to the last one, it has formed a single bond only with this carbon. 3 valencies are still free, so it will form bond with 3 hydrogen single bonds. So 2, 4, 6 and 8 electrons for this carbon. Again, while naming, the name of the compound will be propene, but it will be one propene, but one we do not write, and hence we write simply as propene. So if you have been given a structure and you are asked to name the compound, right now we have the molecular formula and we have made the structure, but vice versa can also be asked. So for this, if this structure is given to you, the first thing that you will do is you will count the number of carbon. You can see that there are 3 carbon atoms, so it's a derivative of propane. The parent alkane is propane. So for writing the name, you will use only the root word, that is prop. And because in this structure you can see that this is an unsaturated hydrocarbon, because you can see a double bond here. From ane, that is ANE, you will change to ENE because there is a double bond. So this is how the naming of the compounds is done in the IUPAC nomenclature, and from the structure we can name the compound, and if we have the molecular formula we can make the structure. You can even write down the name, the structure in this form. We're starting from this side, CH2, CH2, this is double bond, CH, so we write down CH, single bond, CH3, CH3. Same way for this also we can write down, this side it is CH3, so CH3, this is CH, single bond, and then CH. Then we have a double bond, so double bond, and this is CH2, so CH2.